Well, once again, we're in AD 28. We're in the 27th event of Christ's life during AD 28. 27 events of 36 that are there in AD 28. And we've come to a place where Matthew 13 has run out of parables, but Mark chapter 4 verses 21 through 26 and Luke have parables that are not in Matthew. But we're still in the same time period, still at the same telling. So here, instead of not being in Mark or not being in Luke, we do find something that's new in Mark and Luke, and we're going to cover both of those. The first one is in verse 21 and goes through 23. It says, if a lamp is brought into the house, you don't put it under a bushel or under a bed, but on a lampstand instead. The spiritual implication, of course, is that once we have the light of Jesus in our lives, we're not to hide that light. We're to put it on a lampstand so others can benefit from that light. And it says nothing hidden will be, all things that are hidden will be revealed, and those things will come to light. Once Jesus comes into our life, he brings light into everything that has been hidden, but he also brings light into the world where things have been hidden. In verse 23, he says, he that has ears, let him hear. Now, that's found in Luke as well as in Mark. However, the next part of the parable is also found in Luke, and it says, be careful what you listen to. That's a caution. There are a lot of false prophets in this world. We're to be careful what we listen to. Then he gives some counsel. He says, by whatever measure you give, you will be given. Now, that's really quite interesting when you think about it. If you share the truths of God with others, it seems that we have truths shared to us by others. Let me give you an example for this. I go every Monday morning to the Polk Association. I listen to other preachers as they expound on the Word. Many times they show me some truths that I had missed. But in turn, because I've seen some of those things, I in turn am able to share with others. But when it's my turn to share at the Polk Association, sometimes I share some truths that perhaps they had not seen. And so those of us that are receiving continue to receive even more. But those that think the things of God are foolishness learn less and less, and they wither and die spiritually. It's really quite interesting when you look at that in verse 25 and 26. You'll find that he talks about a man who casts out seed on the soil. Not found in Luke, but only in Mark. Casts seed out on the soil, goes to sleep, sees that the seed is growing and sprouting, and it says when the crop will permit, immediately he puts in the sickle. That's an interesting parable. Is it possible that when we look at the scriptures that talk about when everybody has had an opportunity to hear and react, that will come the final days? Is it possible with all of these special electronic devices and Wycliffe's work in putting the gospel into so many different languages, with electronics and satellites that will allow us to proclaim the gospel across the entire world in a single day? When that crop permits, is it possible God's going to put in his sickle and make that final harvest? Interesting parables. Just a few words, just a couple of lines of verse, and yet they seem to reveal the end times. A caution, a counsel, a clarification. A crop that when it's permitting will be sickled by the great harvest. That's my thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.